Lord, I said, I gotta let you come through the house.
I hear you.
I had a good time to go up to the hospital, so I thought you heard me and all that like that. One time I was 3 days after that, that let me go. I don't know if he was damn off the room. I said, I was at one of them doggone nurses, and one of them was back raising me. He was holding all over, hurting my whole shit.
Oh, that's something.
And that's kind of good nurses when they do that. I do that for all the women that don't care much and get them oversided. It didn't bother me. Because I wasn't worried about it. I try up all the time. I go up there through there. They always have one of the women up there, you know, over women and old young women.
Yeah, some of them old nurses in there, I'll tell you what, will make you want to stay there for a while.
That'd be out me too. That daggone food, I couldn't handle that food. I think 2 days after I had that operation, this function scrambled up. Eggs. Tried to roll up everything. Before it got in my damn mouth, I rolled up everything. Look what I had in there all over and said, I didn't see that she had that bandage in. I put it on her too. I didn't know what the stuff was going on. I couldn't get to have no smell, no food. I mean, do it for it. And that's what medicine did it to you.
I understand some of that stuff will make you do some weird stuff. When I went in there, when they put that stent in me, I wasn't too bad, but
yeah, I still had that damn thing stuck in my daggone left hand there. I couldn't. One thing I can do is drink ice cold water. I want cold water with ice. If you don't bring me ice in my water, I don't want it. For 2 weeks, I still drink ice water now. But my sister, my redheaded sister from New York, she keeps my glass full.
I hear you. I tell you what, now, I drink a lot of water here lately. There ain't no question about it.
Yeah, really nice too. It says this set of mini bottles of water. I never seen no that mini bottles. I went over there to that brand new dollar store over there on College Park Road. It talks to me. I had it in there. I got me a case of that, and really got 2 cases. I got me 1 case. She had come home, I put it in the box for that to get good and cold. Oh boy, that's good drinking water.
Oh yeah.
And you never try to don't knock it. How you been doing? Working all the time.
Well, I've been doing pretty good. I took this past week off. I got to go back Monday. But, shoot, we're doing all right over here. Youngsters are getting bigger. They all did good in school this year. They all passed good. And things are going good over here.
I'm kind of worried because I ain't heard no noise over there in the background.
Well, I've got the door shut. I had to shut the door. They're starting to get a little bit rowdy out there.
I know you right. That's right. They said it. That's right. You might get like rowdy during the week. During the week, they'll get a little noisy.
Yeah, and being out of school now, you know, the 2 older ones, they kind of stay up a little bit later. And, shoot. But yeah, they're doing good. Everything's going pretty good around here.
Now, Portet, I know I tried to talk to you. I think you was in your mobile that day when I tried to talk to you.
Yeah, 10-4. I was talking to 21 here a few minutes ago. I was coming back. I had to go over there towards Cypress Garden Road there for a minute. And on the way back, I heard him in there. And that's the first time, well, I talked to you one time on it, but that's the first time I've really talked on that since I put it in the car.
How are you, right? Yeah. I can't think his handle right now. He's breaking me to use when he got around his house up there. No, no. Damn, I can't think of the damn town now. We're about 65, between 60 and 65 degrees over here right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's the one that builds our own lineage.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about, crazy man?
Mind your friends out here. I can't think of damn town again. Damn it, boy. Yeah, rain for or something.
Yeah, Babalu 929, Babalu up there in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's the one. I called him yesterday, talked to him no longer, and then set up. So he had to get out his truck, go inside the grocery store. Did I give you a call back there at the door? I told him when I could get in the talk on Tuesday or Wednesday. It's okay.
10-4. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the old radio night going, and just to let you know there. So it's let's see, today is what, the 23rd, 6/23 at 18. All right, and old radio night. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, 410 old man, that one out there. We're still kicking. Go ahead there, Mr. D.
Yeah, this is the old eliminator over here in the corner. Talking out an old Messenger 250 with an 08 stand. Got a little bit of a help out of my Mako 300 up there, pushing it up through my penetrator outside. Totally vintage tonight, totally. And it's good to be back on the air here for a little bit. If I can keep them yin-yangs in the other room kind of quiet, maybe somebody can hear me.
I hear you, I do that. Yeah, I got the radio. You never can't say that damn name of the rest of it anyway. I got up a little side band on it. Got a little kicker inside of it. Well, I think it's about between 80 or 100 watts that really kick it out of there. I got to make the buttons up on top of it. Got to watch the beep and all that in there. I got a demo switch, turn the radio right up or down. The rest of them I don't touch them. Guarantee you that. They call me 116, the crazy man. 21 had to put it to you what kind of radio this is. When he did, when I had to get somebody to put it on the recorder, I can put it in my dang on little bit of brains I got left up there. They call me 116, the crazy man out of real now. I always say that for the real. Up on the big stick, that deal falls over.
Galaxy Saturn Turbo, Roger.
That's it. You got it right. I can say turbo. I can't never get it. I say that.
10-4. Well, I'll tell you what I'm talking on. It's a Cobra 29 LTD Classic Mobile with a tram, a speaker off of tram D300. I don't know the speaker and the radio. I didn't know if it worked or not, but I just plugged that one in. And then I got this thing right here. That's a Palomar 90A. Got 2 tubes in it. Of course, I'm just using the receive preamp on it there. But anyway, I got a D104 shockwave antenna, and I'm standing by.
Sounds good to me. What about you, Mr. T?
Well, that thing sounds sharp. I tell you what, that thing's just as crystal clear as can be. This thing sounds half as good as that. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's I don't know whatever it was ever done to the radio. The guy was an older guy. I don't know if he's older than me or not, but he wasn't a young guy, and he had it in a pickup truck, a Ford pickup truck. And I happened to see it on Craigslist, I guess. He had some kind of a skip shooter mobile antenna and a ball mount and a spring, some coax, a regular stock mic, I think an extension speaker, and this radio here. And I got it for like $30 or whatever. I used the antenna for a while until the end got knocked off of it, and I won't go into that, but I was told that end needed to be on there. A lot of people told me it didn't matter whether it was on there or not, but another person did some research on it through the company, and they said that wasn't a regular plastic end. That end had like some type of metal in it with the plastic, and that did something to the end of the antenna. Said it was hard to get it to get your SWR down if you didn't have it on there. So I don't know. But anyway, I ran it for a while and got tired of it. I think it's like a 7-foot antenna, fiberglass with a tunable tip. I never did use the ball mount. I got that and never did use it. And but about maybe the second time I've talked on this radio, it's got the side mount mic connection. This other one I have is brand new in the box. I bought it probably about 5 or 6 years ago, Cobra 29 LTD. It's got O2 on the back of it. It's got a front mounted mic connection, so I don't know what the difference is, but the knobs are ganged up on it a little bit more, you know, kind of like you know, your 2-in-1 mic, 2-in-1 control there. So anyway, well, I'll try it another day. It's 21 standing by.
Sounds good to me, I guarantee you. That beat that other radio you had on last Saturday. It'll whip the heck out of it this time.
Yeah, that other one was a Johnson 250, but the relay was keying up. Wasn't keying up in it right. It was hanging up there.
Yeah, what about you, Mr. T? You think that sound better?
Oh, I think sounds good. I tell you what, like I say, his modulation is really clean and it's good and loud, and you can't really tell the carrier too much because his needle's really tight in it. One of these days I'll take it apart, see if I can't figure it out. But as long as we can hear up and I can hear y'all, that's all that matters.
Anytime, everybody. Slammer standing by.
Go ahead, Slammer T. What you got?
What I got me a Galaxy Center base over here, and I got a Silver Eagle hooked up to it. And then I got on the side, I got a PAL, my linear, sitting on the side doing about 350 watts. Then I got a 40-foot tower with an Antron 99 on top. And that's what we got. Slammer 755 in the Carolinas, and I'm standing by.
Sounding real good.
You go ahead and you say you ain't back in your lazy boy. Yeah, I got you now. At 21, I just went and got the front yard and the backyard, so I told you. So now we're going to cut the grass and we're done.
I hear you. Well, good to go.
Yeah, I figure I had enough time. It didn't take me 12, 18 minutes to get it done. That's not bad with a wall behind. Hey, you! What's going on, crazy man? I'm making it out. Your mind's tired to. It's too damn hot to get out and do the walking around with the pavement out there. My stepfather told me to come over there where he lives out there. You got to get up and walk through after he had a back surgery. On his back, that one, we stayed in there about 2 days overnight. Be sure he was okay. He said, yeah, it sounds better than what it was 2 weeks ago. He barely can walk. I said, yeah, put it through it on up. Yeah, don't go. Well, hopefully it'll get cool down here some a little bit. And you get out here and do a little bit of walking, get some exercise. You definitely need it. If you're sitting around, they will help you. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I'll get up to you next week. And come by and see your old face and bring us some smokes here again. And old Slammer will talk to you later. And I'm standing by. Yeah, boy, Dad, he hasn't got it told me. He said, you wait. That's not waiting. Well, I'm going to be waiting on you. He said, you be chasing women. I said, no, I ain't going to be chasing no damn women. Only 2 things women want. Money and a place to stay. I want to been there and done that. I ain't doing it no more. I hear you, driver. All right, well, like I say, yeah, just don't need to get out here in the sea trying to do any exercise right now, especially as you just went through all that. But give it time, you'll be out here. All right, old Slammer's going to sit back and let somebody else take it. I'm standing by. Enjoy.
leaving?
Okay. Yeah, when I get well, we're going over there. I can make 21 football. I'm just done. I've been out in the heat all day, so I just want to come in here and holler at everybody and give a shout out to everybody. Slim just wanted to get back in the house and relax a little bit of AC, you know what I mean? I
hear you, man. Go in here and get a sponge and soak it up. All right, man. Sounding good. Get on in there. We'll get back with you.
All right, 21. Y'all have a good one. Slim is back out and head to the house. See you next time.
All right, Slammer, have a good night. Catch you later.
Bye-bye.
That's just a speaker on that tram there. That's all that is, a tram speaker. That's all that is right there. A Yankee Outdoor Adventure wanted to know what that tram was there. That's the tram down below it, though. But that's my 300, tram D300. Okay.
Sound like you got rain hitting top of your roof, south.
Raining?
Yeah, what it sounds like.
How about that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. And you can't hit that ball, they put it back up.
Yeah, that's my air conditioning running in here.
Well, don't turn it off. Hell, leave it on. Shit. That don't bother me. I thought you might have some rain over there and I didn't get none.
Yeah, Roger. Did modulation go down?
No.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, gotta have all I can get, you know.
Yeah, like me, I gotta get everything I can too there. I don't know, go ahead and get me a stainless steel whip, put them back in that truck. Man, y'all know this, DB4. Y'all know we got a Striker 497. Zodiac. And we got it on Super Refrigerator there, right?
Tim Roger, man, sounding real good tonight.
Get any more better, we won't be able to stand it. Yeah, right. You probably want to sell me some land in the middle of the cooking. Yeah, in the middle of the water out there, part you see how good you can float.
Yeah, that even sounds good over here in the corner. Sure does. Well, old penetrator, no question about it.
Well, you know, we got the right antenna. That's what it is. The right antenna. Super penetrator, right antenna.
Maybe that's why I can hear you so good, because my penetrator's talking to your penetrator.
You got it right. That's exactly what it is, man. We always give you credit. You got the right antenna. Of course, you got the original. We have to stand for standby there, right?
Well, yeah, you're right, I guess. But hey, it's okay.
Hey, you're in open territory too, that Mr. T.
Oh, yeah, it's open around here. You know that.
Yeah, I know. I was checking it out today. Me and 21 came over there. I was around and I said, shoot, he got nothing to block this. So you get flat walk the dog out there and keep the cat be kicking the place.
Yeah, it's just 36 feet to the bottom of my bottom radio. So, it works pretty good.
How are you? The only thing I got that Max 2000 sitting in a pine tree that's so damn skinny. I have to get 92 foot of push-up pole up there and hold the tree up.
Is it this preamp isn't working too good on this receive amplifier? See, all I use is receive amplifiers. I go inside of them and take and disconnect all of the output part, you know. And is it real low noise level right now or something?
Got no noise in there, only you.
You don't hear any noise. Okay, good.
Fine and dandy.
I got some bleed over from 6, I guess. At 73 out of Bermuda man, he was blasting in earlier.
Yeah, I know. I heard him today. I heard him and the gray squirrel out there on 11. I said, shoot, that'd be cool. That fine, I can get him. Made him over. I hit him right on the nose and he came back to me.
Yeah, he's supposed to be in Myrtle Beach coming up in July. I'm going to try to listen for him. He'll be running his mobile out there.
Yeah, out for 10. I hope I can get my mobile straightened out and get it back talking again.
10, Roger. Yeah, you ought to get 92 to come over there and fix it up for you.
He don't know how to pick up his phone up there, or he lost it. It's only one noise level pretty good. Every time one of your I keep my needle goes back to 4.
Roger. Well, I don't have any at all, but I'm not used to this radio here. It's a Cobra 29 LTD Classic from 1995. I bought it used from a guy. I was going to modify it and do some stuff to it, and I've got the stuff to do it with, like variable power, some other things there. I was going to do it myself, but they're laying over there in a drawer, so one day I'll do it. Then I got another one. This is a side mount mic. Got a brand new Cobra 229, same thing, but it's got a front mic connection. It's a 02, and so I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, 21. If you know anybody looking for one, a friend of mine, he just dug it out of the attic. He thought I could use it, but it's Browning LTD upper and lower sideband mobile. I took it home. It does work. I'll get out the power and it powers up. It won't transmit, but it does work.
It won't transmit.
No, I'm thinking that can be he had it up in the attic a long time. It's probably the caps are probably bad at it or something. But I couldn't tell because I couldn't get it in. Couldn't even open the radio the way that made it. I don't know what that is. Torque screws. It looks like copper if it's holding that casing up.
Yeah, it's a Brown & Sabre. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, what does he want for it? How much?
He didn't say. He just wanted to know. He thought it was something that I could use. But after I got it here, I did a little bit of research on it. That was probably one of the higher mobile units that they made. I think it was listed on the internet as, what cost during the time, and I guess the early 80s, it was like $329. I know he wants to get rid of it. That's why he brought it down for me to look at.
Yeah, Roger. Okay. Well, see what he's wanting there, and let me know. But anyway, all righty. Well, I'll be standing by.
Okay, I think I'll press in there. 1940. My RCI 2995, AM, FM, upper lower, and D1047 Eagle.
Roger, I'm just getting ready to ask if you was out there in 1940. You've been You've been staying cool.
I've been trying to, but I heard you out there when you were lawnmower this afternoon. When I looked at the temperature here, the humidity was 107 degrees. You're trying to blow yourself up.
Right. Well, Tuesday, I was on a 135-foot JLG lift up on the side of a building in a bucket there when it was 100 and something degrees, and that building was baking me, man. I tell you, that was rough. And but out on the lawnmower, it was nice and shady out there under the trees. So, that's a little different. But I'm kind of used to the heat, but I got to be careful. I'm not as used to it as what I used to be. Roger, did you get those pictures I sent you of that lift I was on?
10-4, 10-4. I looked at that thing. I tried to see whether you were in the bucket or not. I couldn't see you, but I knew I didn't want to be that high. Yeah,
I tell you what, man, if you're not religious, you'll have You'll have several come to Jesus meetings up on that thing when that thing starts bouncing from the wind at 130, 140 feet in the air if you're not used to it, I tell you.
I'll see what you're on that. I found one up over there on Powder Road there, but where they built that motel over there back in the old days. Shoot, I know what the 21 talking about, all that wind blowing, catching all that film. You get off the hot side and when that bucket goes around, that wind hits it, spin you around and you say, whoa, shoot, you're getting drunk now. Goes to the crane, bring me down now. Never want back up there.
That thing's $2,000 a day to rent that thing. That's crazy.
I know they made that killing down at the MC down there, before that Francis Hospital. The old one kind of had them cranes and all that. Then they're catching a hard time trying to get that doggone unit put on top of that 3 stories. Building that inside them above buildings, and that wind was cutting that, whipping that damn big chopper through that, so it's in half. Crane couldn't stay up there because they kept pushing the crane all kind of ways to boom. It's so high up there. They couldn't use it. They had to bring it down and get the old chopper. That double blades on it.
Did you fly it?
Heck no, you couldn't get me in it. I was sitting there holding my mouth and my down on something. I said, oh, you got false ass now. You got pulled out of that way you're catching the wrong way. Damn on you, so you got it on there though.
Roger.
Until you get to the side of the chopper back in the war.
You used to fly them in the war?
Yeah, back in the one that had all kind of war, then they had the private choppers.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. That's back when you was trying to kill Hitler, wasn't it?
Not me. I didn't have nothing to do with him. Somebody killed him, though. I didn't. One is modulation and all sounding all right tonight.
Oh, yeah. Sounding good, man. Sounding good. How's Ollie doing? How's Ollie like the heat?
Ollie refuses to go outside the house.
They planted any corn over there by you, or is that already over with?
No, it's across the road and looks like about 2 years of stock. I think if he gets a little rain next week, he'll have it made. It looks like he's got a real good crop of game this year.
10, Roger. And what's he do with that? Just feed the cows with it?
He's been farming all of his life. When he does it, all he does is machine shells and all. And then he stores that, and I really never have that. I know he sells deer corn, but I really don't know other than I know he's been a farmer all of his life.
Oh, he sells the corn by the ear? The ear's corn?
He does that, and he'll sell it all in a shell. But, you know, the deer corn thing is just something on the side that if somebody drives up to his house and asks for it.
Oh, okay. I'm talking not deer corn. I'm talking about eating corn for people.
Well, this is regular field corn. This isn't any sweet corn. I like to have some sweet corn myself.
I know it. I tell you, I ran across that kind that's different color, white and yellow mixed together. I used to call that, they used to, when I was living up there in Jedburgh, they call that bread and butter corn. I don't know, maybe they got all kind of other names for it, but that was always good. But I like that white hickory king corn, you know. And my mother used to make that corn, I don't know which, fried corn, you know, put it in a frying pan with bacon grease and cream and flour and all like that. You know, boy, that was good. Salt and pepper, man.
Careful. That's, if I remember, that was corn patties.
Well, I don't know what it was, but it was good there. But we eat corn all the time, you know. Corn this, corn that, man. I tell you, one didn't turn into one.
Yeah, yellow grits too. I love that. My dad used to take all that corn down to the mill and chop it up like grits.
Right.
That's some damn good eating too.
1940, you familiar with that mill up there off of McDougal Road? You turn off of McDougal up, you know what I'm talking about, up on 176. What's that, Schuler Speed Mill?
I'm really not familiar with that. That's good. Well, I went out there not too long ago and looked at the Volvo plant, but it's rare that I go any further than that out there. But I don't know anything about that one. There's a place up near North Carolina. I got the address that I ordered the yellow grits already ground. They sent it in 2-pound or 5-pound packages.
Yeah, 10-4. We used to go up there to that one up there, Schuler Speed Mill, up 176 before you get to McDougal Road. You know, where a crazy man, they put him at McDougal Center up there. And that's where we used to go get chicken, lamb mash, and cracked corn for the hogs and all that stuff there. We'd load it in the back of the car, and my dad was always saying, we better hurry up and get home. He said, if I was still in Tennessee, they'd already had me pulled over. They'd think I had a boot full of moonshine.
Well, I can remember when Berkeley County got the whole way did over there.
Yeah. My dad said, look here, he said, when we moved up to Jedburgh, he said, son, he said, I want you to watch out when you go in those woods. You never know when you're going to walk up on a pot. And, you know, back then I just had found out what pot was, you know, but I don't think I had run across any yet. And I thought, pot? What did we, pot? I mean, was somebody going to be smoking it? No. A moonshine still. I said, oh.
Was Bob Hodge the only deputy at that time?
It what now?
So was Bob Hodge the only deputy in this part of the county when you went Jetburg?
All I know was L.C. Knight Jr., the daddy, the Mr. Carl Knight. And because I was right there at Knightsville, you know, we lived right there off of Old Orangeburg Road, and I used to drive a tractor down there behind L.C. Knight where the police station was, and Carl Knight was the sheriff, and L.C. had that little store there, you know, Central Park Road and Orangeburg Road, I believe it is, and there was a lumber mill there, believe it or not, in this guy's backyard. And I would go down there and take that trailer on that John Deere Model M, and we had plywood nailed on the side of that thing, and I would take and shovel a sawdust into that trailer until it was almost to the top, drive it home, and then have to scatter it out in the chicken pen.
Trying to come in now the backhoe.
Okay, I don't know how you got me on the story of that, so I'll be standing by. Hey, 15-4, can you shower down on him, that Kansas City?
Roger, right on. You guys have so far, man. Have a fine rest of the weekend. Kansas City moving on. Catch you later on. Yeah, we gone now.
Good evening, State Rock, Kansas City, 16-4. Good evening, State Rock, Kansas City, 16-4, right downtown South Carolina, baby.
Yeah, they had him up there back in the day at the youth center.
Okay. What's the youth center?
That's what he had you at up there when you wouldn't mind what your daddy said. He told you to go in there and get those snakes out that house in that room there for dinner, and you wouldn't do it. And he got tired of beating you, so he put you in that center.
Oh, that's why my like snakes so much.
10-4.
The snakes scared of me worse than I was scared of them. The one snake, they bite you because he's scared of you. He said, look and get him before you get snakes. But
Said, you kind of a little apprehensive there as the day goes on, you didn't have to eat snake for breakfast or dinner, lunch, but when it got a little later on, you kind of pacing around, kind of, hoping that you wouldn't have to have snake for dinner. And then you'd get the call, hey, Larry, yes, sir, come here. What you want, sir? Go in there and get us a fresh snake. No, sir, I'm not going to do it. You do what I tell you to do. And grab one of them and beat you with a snake there, Roger.
oh, no. That's why I'm so damn tall and racing it.
Boy, those snakes had it made in there. Their own room and all, man. Dang.
Get 15-4 out of that because I've messed with snakes. I'm glad to pick up a snake. I still be in McDougal. Might do it, every one of them guys up there might do it. Just because even that damn person very quick, the special one got about 2 or 3 of them wrapped around me, and I'm holding one in each hand. I can't bite a snake now like I used to. I had on my top teeth and got 5 left, that's on the bottom.
When you used to have all your teeth like that, you used to eat them snakes like corn on the cob.
Yes, sir.
10-4.
There's some I eat raw snake. Tastes real good. Tastes like chicken. Next morning I got up and I said, Daddy, what's that blood in that hole there where you, the snake you cooked last night? He said, yes, sir. There's blood in there. Man, where you cooked that last was so damn delicious last night, and the damn thing's still bleeding. What's wrong? And he said, I don't know.
You go eat the blood.
No. And they eat no more snakes, so.
I think I'd have tried my hands on chickens, instead of, having snakes inside a house and having them in there. I think, that's bad enough. But if I had to, I'd have the chickens in there. It's a little safer, nasty, but a little safer.
Oh gosh, the chicken, they won't bother them. This whole food growing chicken now. They sure will get them biddies, though.
Well, I tell you what will get a chicken, a rat. Those stupid chickens will get on the roost and go to sleep at night, and a rat will get there and gnaw the side of their head off, and they won't even do nothing.
Oh, sure.
I've seen them do it, man. I went in there one time. My dad said there's snakes inside the chicken house. He had a switch on the house. He had wires run through the trees and all. He said, you get out there with a shotgun, and when I cut this light on, you shoot the rats. So I opened the door on the chicken house, and I was standing there with a shotgun. It's no lie now. When he turned that light on, I swear there was rats. So many, the damn walls was black with them. They were every damn where. I mean, I killed about 15 chickens. I didn't get one damn rat.
Oh, damn it, boy. That's faster.
They were stuck in the wire. They were climbing all. They were everywhere. I mean, it was like, you couldn't imagine how that had that. terror went through me when I saw them, man. It was like they were on me. Oh God, I still remember that, man. And man, those rats are hell out there. We finally got them though. We took a garden hose. We found a big old tunnel down there, and found a couple other ends that blocked all of them, and took a garden hose and let it run in there for about 30, 45 minutes. And I said, what are you going to do? You going to drown them out? He said, no, I'll show you. Went and got a 5-gallon can of gas, poured down in there with that water, and let it, you could feel the ground go boom. And we didn't have too many more rats after that. It wasn't long after that we got rid of those stupid chickens. That was a waste of time.
Well, usually, because we the next door, she got some full grown cows over there. The little kittens, they're full grown now. Every more she gets up, she says she smells something up by the she walked by there, she said, damn, them cats killed that again. That's a lot of put it down, put it there. Damn. Now I found out why I had no more rats try to get inside my ductwork, inside my mobile home.
Yeah, well, the cats, they bring them to the people so you can eat them. They're trying to share with you. That's why they do that.
Oh, I know. That's be the last thing I worry.
You ever been to a Chinese restaurant? I don't know.
Yeah, one day I went to a Chinese place. I had a dog running around listening to the Chinese man with a damn big and said some kind of motion axe. The kind you cut the bones from the meat and all in half. He had that in his hand and it saved the damn dog. I gave up on that and I said, nope. I'll let the food sit on the table and walk out of there.
And were you high then?
No, I was joking.
Oh.
A bunch of people night only with us people at the place too. Not bad.
Over in the Philippines, that's a delicacy. They like chihuahuas. They'll kill them, turn them upside down, hollow them out, pack them full of rice, put them in the oven. Man, that's they love it. Eat those things up.
That's what I always got planned. I'm going to call it short tonight because that heat has really kicked me today. But for the little time I've been on here, I've certainly enjoyed it. And I hope none of you let the heat get to you. But I'm going to go attend that right now. I'll talk to you all later. Everybody have a great one. I must have taken catch you later, bud. You take care. We're doing it too there. You take care of it. Look out for that heat. That mochi will slap you down too. I know. I've been there too many times. All right, catch you later, now, bud.
That's Eagle Beak. That was Eagle Beak.
I think I told him 1940.
Yeah, he said Mr. T.
I'm not sorry.
He didn't know you was talking to him. That's why I want to tell you.
That neck of the woods.
I'll be all right. Talk about too many damn rats.
Yeah, hello. Hey, see you later there, 1940. Enjoyed it, man. Sounded good. Take it easy. We'll be back out.
What about that in 1940? I don't know why I said that. Well, anyway, you go ahead and have a pound my great one there. I think he got to meet you today. All right, catch you later. Hello. All right, 1940, we'll put it on you on the buffer out here to say for a cool night. 1940, I'm clear to go.
1940, you have a good night. Catch you later. Mr. T, better known as the old eliminator over here in the corner, saying that.
You wouldn't laugh at my video, you're Mr. T.
I always do.
Well, some guy told me why I caught it that time. I didn't know what I was talking about. I must have been getting too hot over here in this mobile home. It got hot in here. I got it down to around 83. That's still real warm. Took care of that door coming out. Come used to cold water. Then I put the cold water in it. Whoa. My blood pressure went way down.
Yeah, I hear you. I tell you, I put cold water on the back of my neck one time. Almost put me in the shop, but it kind of brought me out at the same time. Well, I needed that. We were putting that old asphalt out there, and that stuff was hot. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, we used to working over there at James Dog and doing some work over there. Had them trucks out there in the back of the loaded down and steam coming off of them. I guess, you ain't moving that truck anytime soon. No, we ain't, my boy. I got some tampon, got some sweet potatoes, man. Bought them up. Put that long tampon around it. Stuck it on that rest because let me know how it tastes when I got it out. They got it out the way it cooled off before I eat it. Must have tried some of this. He tried some. He said, you got any more of them sweet potatoes? I'm like, yeah, I got a butcher in the back of the truck. They did. Forwarded it to him. I told him I didn't have the butter though.
Mr. T, is the audio on the live stream okay?
Yeah, it appears to be. I turn it down a little bit when I'm talking because it kind of messes me up. It's like a 2-second delay. But yeah, it sounds all right.
10-4. Thank you. I've been having trouble with it. They on the settings where you set what microphone you want to use and what camera you want to use. If you don't watch it, this laptop's got like 2 microphones built into it. I don't know why 2, but it does. You got to watch it. They'll stick them on there. Then you put your other mic on there. It'll make it sound like water. You're talking with water or something, a watery sound. So I had to go through and find out that, there wasn't any instruction manual. I just had to figure it out. So hopefully it'll be okay. But anyway, I appreciate it. And let's see, Mark said it was good too.
10-4. I think you got it this time because it does sound good. Like I say, I have to turn it down when I'm talking because it kind of messes me up, but that's all right. Yeah, shoot, now I can hear how this thing sounds and compared to, my other junk.
Yeah, now what radio did you say that was?
That's the Messenger 250. That's a 50th edition.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. I got you. Yeah, that's what I was using last week. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to synchronize that one night. Well, 1 week. We'll both have them the same time. Mine, the relay was hanging up in mine. I had the beat on the top of it. It would go in and out. I thought at first it was the coax connection on the back, and I tightened that down a little bit, and it worked good for about 10 key ups, and then it started drifting back, and it would go out and then come back. I could see it on the needle of the radio itself. Instead of it being all the way over in the corner, it'd drift on about 6 or 7. Then I'd hit on it, it'd go on over in the corner. So I got to take it out and clean the relays in it.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, I haven't did anything to this thing. Like I say, the meter don't work real great in it, but I just had the thing get to me. So, I know the power supply has got a little issue, but as long as it works, I guess that's all that matters.
Right. There's a modification that you can do to this radio. I was trying to get Night Ranger. I give him one that White Dog give me. I could hear people talking on it, but they couldn't hear me. It's something, one of the crystals or whatever is off in it, and I figured he could fix it. And I had an ulterior motive, I wanted him to do the modification on it and tell me what to cut in there. There's a certain thing, a diode or some, I don't know what else it is in there. But what I wanted to do, instead of just cutting it out, I wanted to put a switch on it, switch it in and switch it out, so, but even without doing that, they got plenty of modulation.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, like I say that's kind of the first time I really heard this thing. And it's just a regular D104, but I haven't, done anything to it. In fact, I probably should take the battery out of it and see how good the battery is.
Right, that's an amplified D104.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that plug, did you put that plug on there yourself, that tricky plug?
No, I didn't put it on there. They come with it on there, but it looks like I got to do a little work with it.
Yeah, that's the old time DIN 5-pin. One of those pins, has got power from the radio. The desk mic that goes with that radio, if you get the desk mic, you can get several different ones. The one that looks like a Turner Plus 3 and is brown like the color of the radio, with the gold cone like the trim around the front of the radio. It doesn't have a battery in it, and it has I want to call it a more simple amplification circuit on the inside. And, there's a little small hole that you stick a screwdriver in and turn it up and down. But most of the amplification is in the radio itself, but it does amplify that circuit in there. So that's why one of those pins is hot. And I always thought all radios ought to have that. That way you wouldn't need a battery in your mic.
I know the mic you're talking about. I used to have one of those a while back, and I got rid of it. Well, shoot, that was before I come down here. This thing got a squeal in it? I'm hearing a squeal.
Yeah, it's like something's on somewhere else. I guess that computer backing you up.
Yeah, let me turn the speakers right off on this thing. I don't know if it still does or not.
Doing fine now.
Okay, I must have been feeding back. We got it.
Roger.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get on the side and let them other fellas get in there. Crazy man, what'd you do?
I didn't do nothing. Why?
Well, I just wondered. I didn't hear you say nothing.
What you want me to say?
I don't know.
Whatever you want to.
I want to take out a 15-foot fish on it one weekend when it's cooled off a little bit. I'm going in no boat. I'm not doing no fishing. There's no water. I don't even fill up a bathtub. Well, you don't like to go fishing? Can't swim. Can't swim. I can swim like a rock. That's why I don't test the bait, man. I can't swim and I know it, so me getting out, fishing, crabbing, all that stuff. Like I said, I don't even fill up a bathtub. You don't eat fish, Steve? None. I do all my fishing at starving water. Oh, you that kind of fish, you like somebody else do the mess and all that. Eat. That's where you go.
You know, Starving Marvin years ago used to have a setup over there on Dorchester Road. He said he had a set of brown and golden eagles. I don't know what brand, what model they were, but I tried years ago to get a hold of him to see if he wanted to sell them, and I don't know whatever happened. I don't know if he's still alive, the original guy or not, but the original guy that was the one at that one on Dorchester Road is the one. He had a ground plane up there on the front of that building.
I never knew Starving Marvin was in the CBs.
Yeah. Did you ever meet him or know him or ask him? Next, if you ever see him, ask him.
I don't know him. You know, I go in there and sometimes I order fish, sometimes I buy them and take them home. But no, but it just never crossed my mind. That could have been out there, and I just didn't even pay attention.
Oh yeah, it's been maybe like 1980 around there, something like that. I don't know. And used to be out there on 17 Savannah Highway, going out before you get to the Clemson Experimental Station. There was a motel out there, and it looked like Elvis Presley's house in the center, kind of like with columns and stuff, and then it had the little houses around it. You know, I don't know if it's still there or not. And they had a big old, like a super penetrator right up on top of that house right there. And it's been gone a long time. Next time I go out there, I think they tore that building down, though. It might be where Parks Auto Body Shop Parts is at or whatever, but it used to be right in there.
Okay, right. Seems like that'd be a good place to have a station. With all that marsh and stuff all around, you ought to have a pretty good ground plan.
10-4. Yeah, the noise level was really, really good tonight, real low.
Oh, you're right, because my needle ain't moving. Yeah, we got pretty good condition tonight. It's a whole lot different than last week. We got that right. We couldn't talk to each other local down there. Yeah, when I was skipping, that come, you going now.
I wonder what happened to Night Ranger.
Oh, no. You need some vaccine.
Hello, hello, hello.
It might be that fella that always say hello all the time because he got a bellyache.
I got to get my beams pulled back up. Everything's ready to go. I just been too tired to mess with it. All I got to do is hook the battery supply up to that winch and pull a tower back up. But that's all I have to do. Just been and wanted to mess with it.
I don't know what you're talking about. It might be too long after that. It might, by the next year, next summer, you might have to cut some of the trees.
I know it.
21, what kind of roller did you get?
Tail Twister TX2.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's about the biggest one that High Gain makes. You know, they got the High Gain 4, High Gain 5, High Gain Super Tail Twister TX2. Then they got that one that looks like a little small Volkswagen motor with a gearbox on it.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I said it looked like to me. It's an AR 3500 or some kind of crazy thing. High Gain AR 3500 or some number like that. It looks like a miniature Volkswagen engine turned on the side with one shaft coming up with some kind of offset gearbox on it. That thing will turn on anything you want. Well, this one here is like twice as big as that Ham 4. I had to modify the inside, well, the tower itself. I had to take the braces off the outside and where you stick the rotor in there. Normally, I only have to take one side off, one X brace. This one here, I had to take all of them off and build them out with bolts farther away from the tower itself. And just getting that thing inside there, I had to pry it in there with a pry bar to get it in. It fell in place. But then when it went to turn, those big old bolt bosses on the side would have tore the tower up, you know. So I had to get it where they would clear. And it took a little bit of work, but I got it in there. So It's rated for 9,000 inch-pounds of holding power.
Yeah, right. That sounds pretty sturdy. What's that measurement they use for rotors? You know, for probably beams like I guess wind resistance or whatever.
Yeah, wind load on that there. You know, of course, on a when you have a vertical and horizontal beam, it's going to be more wind load on it. They got them rated. I think the Ham 5 was 15 pounds of wind load, and this is like 20. But the brake on it is like a whole lot more, way more, and the torque on the thing is it's just you know. But those rotors, brand new with the well, see this rotor, this control box also has a delay on the brake. When you got those 3 buttons on there, and you push the middle button down, that's your brake release, and then you push one paddle switch on one side, it'll turn the beams out that direction, and then you can push the other one the other way, and it'll turn it that direction. And if you let that center go on a regular, like a CD44 or a Ham 4, it'll slam that brake into the side of that rotor, and it can damage the little gears in there to where it won't hold anymore. But with this one here, it's got a delay on it to where it lets the beam coast to a stop, then it engages the brake, and you can hear it clunk in and out too from inside. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, right. That sounds pretty smart. That's what you need on a set of beams. I just got a Yahoo 458 from my little setup, and that's what I'm always concerned about when I take my thing off of it. They can't make it engages.
Yeah, you can get. I think with that, you can get that brake delay kit and put in that control box you have. I'm not for sure, but Norm's Rotor Service may have one, or what's that this other guy's name? Norm was one of the best. He rebuilt 2 of them for me years ago, and it was okay until me and Crazy Man was taking that tower down that time, and that 1-inch diameter, well, it's actually 3/4 inch diameter bolt snapped in half, and the beams hit the ground up about 5 foot up off the ground. And I didn't know it at the time. It bent something inside that rotor. I didn't mess with it or anything, and I put it back on the bigger set of beams that I built, and it wouldn't do crap. So I take it back down, and that's whenever I had to hunt that tail twister. I know for a fact that they'll turn a Super Laser 500 8-element vertical, 8-element horizontal with no problem. I've seen it done. I knew a guy that had it. It wasn't no problem. So my flat side beam, it ain't gonna even know it's on there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, them super lasers. If they don't turn them super lasers, they'll turn anything. Do you have a thrust bearing setup?
Do what now? Have a setup what now?
With a thrust bearing.
Oh yeah. I got a thrust bearing up on the top of the road, on top of the tower there. I sure do.
Yeah, right. That's a big, important piece of gear. I don't think I would put a beam up without one.
Yeah. The only other thing that I would like to do, if I ever take this back down and do something else, is to get a sleeve about halfway in between the thrust bearing on the top of the tower and the clamp on the top of the rotor, and put a pipe that would have clearance where it would, be like a nipple or whatever. Well, that pipe, the mast could go through it, and secure that in the center of the tower that way that the thrust bearing is good for downward pressure, but it really doesn't stop it from moving side to side as much. And that would actually completely eliminate any movement of that rotor whatsoever. But this rotor here is strong enough that you could put it up on top of the tower with nothing, no thrust bearing or anything. But I have it down inside.
That's right. Well, I know that'll give you peace of mind when that doggone beam's working, where you can kind of swing that thing and talk in the direction you want without having to pull the rope there, right?
Yeah, go out there and go out there with a flashlight and look, see where it's at, and then pull it. I had it pretty well figured out. I could pull that thing around. I could hear it clicking up there because the brake wasn't holding. I could hear it bumping, click, 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 and it was hitting those little teeth in there that had wore out, And I'd pull it around and I'd put it down pointing towards Jamaica, 180 degrees or 180 degrees, pointing it the other way. And then when I wanted to talk to California or out that way, I would turn it all the way around the other way. And I'd tie it to a tree behind me in that direction. But if I was at Jamaica, I would tie it to a utility trailer I had out in the yard. I had a 150-foot cord rope, parachute cord from Harbor Freight, the red and white cord there. I could see it tied on that. Now, if I wanted to talk to Massachusetts or New York, they were at 90 degrees from that, on in between the two. And I'd have to go out there and I just let it hang that time. Just let that thing hang and the rope hang down. I'd have to bunch it up and let it, ride around like a merry-go-round.
That's right. Well, that sure is a whole lot easier to look at the dial. When you got that rotor working, you can just look at the dial and you know what the numbers are. You can pretty much pinpoint where you want to be there, right?
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, I had it pretty well set up with that other rotor. It was doing good until it hit the ground. I had it, I could tell exactly where those guys were. And I was telling Crazy Man, he's trying to figure out how to find somebody on there, He'd say, well, are they supposed to be out west? I put it on west. If they're supposed to, I said, well, I don't do it like that myself, unless you know that set of being. I used the compass on mine and got under it the best I could and set it. To get it exact, you'd have to be up there and turn the thing by hand. But I had to guess it on the ground with the tower down, laying down. But I got it pretty close, and I could guess the rest of it. But what I told him, take it to RF gain and cut it back and get the smallest signal you can on them. And then keep turning your beams, and then they drop off, go back the other way. And when you get them as high as you can get them on that, you own them then. And then you mark where it's at, and then you'll know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's how you're playing there. I didn't never even think of that. I just know where like for me, the deep out there in Bermuda is 100 degrees southeast. And, I can find that by trial and error, listening and moving the beams, like you say. But once you get them down, it's just a lot easier to have to look at the tree there, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I was going to ask you said that was a 3/4 inch bolt that broke.
3/4 inch bolt, popped it just like it was a pie crust, man. That thing, I had a 12,000 pound winch on it on one side, and one of those tie downs like the telephone people use. I got one of them buried in the ground about 6 foot deep with a 2-ton come along hooked to it and to a pipe up in the up behind the tower, about maybe 12 foot up, with a 12,000 pound winch bolted to the bottom and a 20,000 pound pulley I think it's 20,000 pound pulley up on there, bolted in. That's where that bolt was at, up at the top. And that's what that pulley was bolted to. And that's what snapped. And it came down like it was, you know, like an elevator on steroids.
You got that, I remember that day. I heard it snapping. I was going some down where the different way where that boat went. 3-1-8 boat seemed like that all up the world.
I know, but it didn't. It was in a bind there, and it had it on like an angle, you know. But what I did since then, I modified it to where I went and got a grade 8 bolt, and then I took and made 2 pieces of galvanized angle. It's about a 1/2 inch thick, a 3 by 3 by 1/2 inch thick angle. Cut 2 of them and bolted them to the top of that pipe, and then used clevis, you know, C-clamp clevis type, you know, with the bolt that goes through there. That's what that pulley is on now. So it'd have to tear that, it'd have to tear all of that out, and there ain't no way in the world it's going to do that now. So next time I'm going to see about, you know, testing it out again and making it sure that it's all good. And when I go to pull it up, I've been waiting on Crazy Man to get a little bit better. And I want to get that nice, comfortable chair I got, put it right under my tower. And if that thing starts to pop, I want him to holler and let me know it.
Okay. All right. Well, I think half of the angle I had, that ought to be pretty sturdy. I don't think you would, that's going to feel that damn thing. No doubt about it. All right, matter of fact, 21, I'm back quiet. Yeah, that day of the snap, I would have headed for Abraham.
Go ahead, 987. Roger, we've been wondering where he is at. Roger, you feeling all right? That heat hadn't got you?
Some days it's got me at all, but other than that, I just been resting and recuperating, especially this last week.
10, Roger. All right, well, let me get on the side. Let them other fellas holler at you. And while that's going on, I'm going to run inside and get a nice cold glass of tea. I'll be right back.
Remember that 987? How you been doing in the heat? I just been okay, you know. Trying to keep hydrated and all this stuff. I don't eat so much either. Yeah, you better watch it, because that monkey will slip up on you, slap your head square in the back of your head. Been done that. Working up in a roof of a damn house over there off of Camp Road over there. So you get to Fort Johnson, working up in the attic. My boss pulled up and he said, "What's wrong with that?" He just up in the attic. By himself, he said, "Yeah, how long you been up there?" I don't know. But he got Shorty go up there and check and find out, see where I'm at, and I was up there in the attic. Passed out and blood coming out of my nose. Yeah, that'll do it to you, you know. I know what a monkey is now. It'll definitely do it to you, you know. Shoot, I know what the heat can do. Of course, that's a monkey. When the heat gets you, you know the monkey got you. Oh, yeah. I ran to your standby for you. Oh, I don't know about standby. I'll be sitting over on the side on the radio. Oh, no, on the radio. I sit on this damn radio. I have one that hot back inside of me. I don't want no more of that no more.
Just waving a hand at you there, 987. I can hear you in there. I can make you out of there anyway, but I just want to wave my hand at you, the old eliminator, over here in the corners. Right, Joe.
Steve's there, got up the doggone dog just bit me.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, he barked at me, I slapped him, he turned around and growled at me. He's one of them kind of type of dogs you can't see.
Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
How you been doing, man? Long time no hear.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get in here more than I do. I mean, I just kind of been with the rugrats out there, and I got the door shut right now, so hopefully I ain't getting a whole lot of background noise in there, but I definitely gotta get in here more than I do.
I try to do the same, man. I try to do the same. You only do what you can, though, man. You only do what you can, you know. Shoot, sometimes I'm over at the club, or, you know, it's on a fishing club there, out there in Walsboro, or, you know, I got some other stuff going on, but, you know, try to do our best, you know, what I can, you know, but everybody, you know, they got something going on. Me, I stay home, try to stay cool.
The schools and everything like that, and just trying to get things done. We finally got them out of school, and Mama's got them, you know, everything straightened out, so.
Cool deal, man. Definitely cool deal. Congratulations, you know.
Yeah, it's a full-time job, Willem. There ain't no question about that. Boy, they keep us busy.
I don't doubt it at all. I definitely don't doubt it at all, one single bit.
Everything going okay over y'all's way?
Yeah, it's doing okay, guys. It's doing okay. Right now, lately, talking to my mama and daddy, they get bit and all. My mama, my dad's not going to be able to, but on the other hand, my mama wants to come down and see me and all, and do some vacation time and so on, but and I've been kind of discussing it and this and all, so trying to figure out the best time and date-wise, and, you know, what time of the month, and so on, you know, what's the best time, because right now, it's kind of my busy season and all, and it's kind of hard, but I'm just trying to figure something out.
Right, Joe. Well, pretty warm out there. I tell you, you know, I don't know how much they are up here in age or anything, but I know, shoot, it's been warm, no question about it.
Yeah, I got up into the 90s today. Went up around 96, man. Take was around 105.
Hey, 987.
Hey, you know what the index is? Last time I checked the AccuWeather there, it was something like 90, 92 degrees or something like that.
Hey, 987. Yeah. What radio you talking on now? I didn't know if I found out yet.
Well, generally with the Italy KL503, right now it's going into the Antenna 99, but of course I can always flip that switch and go to the speed dipole there too.
Roger. Well, I don't have my beams pulled back up yet, so I wouldn't be able probably to hear you on that inverted V, a super duper bazooka dipole there.
I'll do a try. See what I can do.
I got like about -1 pound on you.
Damn, he dropped all the way out. I don't hear him.
I don't know how you can have -1 pound, but I think that's what I'm reading.
About, you know, right there in the noise level, right there in the noise level, no signal at all, but I got that modulation support.
Are you flipping it yet?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just kidding. I got you. Always do that for Crazy Man, and for some reason, he starts checking his pants pockets. I don't know why he does that.
I still got it in there. It don't feel like it. I already got excited over there. Where you playing with your pants pocket? Are you playing with yourself or something? You always taking fire, I still got it. Shit, you have to do that now. Yeah, I do when I doubt the guy face. He lost his golf ball. He said, "Whoop, I found him. That's where you found him." Trying to swing your leg, I tried to knock him out with a golf club. Listen, no wonder I got all them black and blue marks. Yeah, I thought it was funny too. I took the doctor that he just left. Yeah, his nose is healthy. Yeah, her face turned red as a doggone. Red and leg sick.
You know why you was under anesthesia? They were all in there laughing at you, don't you?
I don't care. I was loaded up. Dope. Oh shit, I didn't care. Anyway, what is it?
At least you had an excuse then, huh, Crazy?
I'm going skipping. I'll be back here a little bit. I had to step outside. Oh, you have to cut some?
Conditions must be pretty good tonight because I can hear him. Normally I can't hear him.
Yeah, when he switches to antenna, I can't hear him at all. When he switches back, I can hear him. I thought 21 was talking to himself.
15.4 could probably hear him on there. Did you hear him when he flipped over 15.4?
Yeah, but he dropped about 5 pounds.
Roger.
I thought he had a poor toes hang out from under there.
Went to the Dollar Tree Friday and spent $40-something. I like going there because most everything's $1 in there. I got 20 things, it's $20, you know, so I can figure it out that way. I don't like something that's 99 cents. It throws me off, you know. But I found these olives, queen olives stuffed with jalapenos. Big old bottle now. Like normally they got that little bottle in there of olives, stuffed olives. It's a big old bottle, 99 cents. I've been eating them for a couple of days. I bought 2 bottles. I'm gonna go back and but that's that big store up there in Goose Creek, Crazy Man, across from the school. That one up there by Walmart. They got leftover stuff in there. They ought to call that the 50-cent tree.
Well, you're right. That's brand new one. Sitting over here on Colorado Road, close to me there. Oh, they got all kind of goodies in there now. Oh, they're good too. And what you're looking for, you find it in there. They ain't got it, you tell them, they get it.
You tell them what you want, and they'll get it. Where do they get it from? They'll get it right then, or they'll get it when you come back.
They send orders, they get it.
What are you talking about? At your Dollar Tree?
Dollar General, over here on College Park Road.
Oh, that one over there next to the transmission place?
Yeah.
Oh.
Get overheated, stop in there and go in there and carry you buy nothing or nothing. Anything there. You don't buy nothing over with us. You go there cool off, that's all.
That don't cost anything?
No. You walk in there, but keep watching you. One lady said, I said, what are you looking at? I said, I wanted to see what you're looking at. Start laughing. I said, don't worry about it, lady. I ain't got to steal nothing, cuz if you steal something, it's hard to get out of that problem what you just did. No, I ain't getting that kind of problem, cuz I keep my hand on where I'm supposed to have them. You're going to hook on the side there and all pushing the buggy. She would push a buggy around that damn store, that damn thing's empty when you pick it up. When you get by the transfer, that's some of a bitch cold.
I hear you.
Yeah, that don't go beef too. We got in the can. Got potatoes and got carrots and all that goodies in it.
That's Mandugo, isn't it? What's that, Mancingo, or whatever that stuff is there, that Mexican stuff?
I don't know about that part.
Got a cow stomach and all in there?
No.
I remember the first time I saw that tripe. What in the world does that look like? A sponge over there, white looking thing, sponge looking thing, you know? That's what is that? Oh, that's cow stomach. I said, people eat that? Shit. Yeah. Damn. Man, you got to be hungry to eat something. You know, look here. Let me think now. I'm hungry at home. Man, I've got to go get some tripe. Shit.
You tried any?
I have eaten it in that Mandugo, whatever that stuff is. It's like a beef stew, but it's got that in it, and it's got vegetables in it, and it's something like a beef stew, but it's a Mexican. I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's something like that. I don't know how to spell it.
Yeah, 14. No, I don't have it. I don't get that. That's 21. You ever looked at what's in potted meat? That little can called potted meat. You ever looked at the ingredients?
Oh man, they grind up everything in there, man. They got tongues and all in there.
You got that right.
That's like that souse meat and all that, you know. Yeah. I mean, and hog's ears. You know, you get that one that's got that crunchy stuff in it. That's hog's cartilage out the ears and all, you know. They don't look, hey, there's nothing on a hog they don't eat except a squeak.
That's why they say the rooted to the tooted.
But I tell you what now, crazy man will tell you, I don't care nothing about no trotters, you know, chicken feet either. Hog feet, pig feet, I don't care nothing about them. I have tried them just cause, you know, over the years to try them. I don't like the way they smell when they're cooking, but I like pigtails and, you know, smoked pigtails and neck bones. You got to watch them pigtails though, man. If you ever cook them and you put that thing in the refrigerator, it'll have about 2 inches of fat floating on that cotton picker, man. That stuff will kill you. But boy, it's good there. I tell you that I cooked up some one time and with some lima beans and the small lima beans in the can at Lady, what's her name? I can't remember. It's a spicy lima bean. You put a can of that in there, and the big lima beans dried and cooked them all overnight with smoked neck bones and pigtails. Crazy man took some over there to his friend. Boy, I ain't eating none of them. I ain't eating no damn pigtails. Man, he got a hold of one of them. He about to eat the whole daggum thing.
Started shooting damn bones up. You got them right now. Smoke, those pigtails are good. And they usually collard greens too. They add something to collard greens as well as lima beans.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
We've been doing pretty good now, you said? He'll be sounding good that he's talking on there. Yeah, we appreciate it, man. You know, we do what we can when we get an opportunity there, right? About 3 swinging up there close to between 7 and 9 there. That's a lot of swing. There's some swing in that thing there, right? Well, she said that chick. What are you talking on tonight, man? That thing, it does sound good. Yeah, we don't have too many radios. We got 2 of them are the same, which is the Striker 497. That's what we use on this end. Oh, you got 2 of them? Yeah, right. We got, well, it's actually 3 of them. We got the Striker 655 in the Mobile, and we got 2 497s for the Ponderosa. How do you like that 655? 655 is a little less fun. These 497s, think there was a swing up to 100 watts. Some of them a little past that, like this one is like 110. But 655, most you're going to get out of that is like 8 watts. Well, here's why I asked why you like it and all, and it's pretty easy operating the mobile and all, because I know it's kind of menu driven and all too. Yeah, it's a pretty good radio for the mobile. It's got nice meters on it. You know, it's got the drive meter where you can see SWRs and all that. That's actually a better radio than the 497 for the mobile, because it's got the SWR meters where you can see SWRs at all times on the 655 there, right? Mobile and all, and running that menu and all, you don't have any trouble at all? No, once you get it set up the way you want it, you know, it comes with a USB cord that you plug in, and you can set your Roger beeps and all that stuff if you want to do that. You don't necessarily have to, but it's ideal for the mobile mainly because of the dry meter, and you know what your SIRs are every time you key down. So if you want to get technical with it, you can plug it in your computer and set all that other stuff there, right? Here's my head my Cobra Quad 5 is between non-computer and somewhat computer operated on where you gotta go into the menu, this and that, tap into like for the mic gain and so on and so on for it. You gotta go into the menu and this and that, and a bunch of stuff. That's what I was wondering about, it's something. Stuff like that, it's not easy with children, while you're traveling down the road and all. Nah, that 655 is not set up that way. You got your regular buttons and switches and stuff right on the front of the radio that handle the RF gain and all that kind of stuff. What comes in the box tune in your squelch, and you know, it's and selecting your band and power and you know your monitor and all that. Those are switches right there on the top of the radio in your phone and Roger beeps and all that stuff. They got switches. But if you want to get in the details, that's when you need a computer to set those individual things there, right? Okay, Roger. Yeah, I was looking at the 955 there, the 955, which is the sideband and all. The big brother that is 655, and it's a little bit major, and I was like, I don't know about that radio. So I'm just kind of like, you know, being like menu driven and all that other stuff and all that stuff. I wonder if that's kind of close to the Class 5 or what. I wasn't sure if it's like biggest reason why I haven't ever gotten it. Yeah, that's right. Well, there's not much difference in the layout on the 955 and the 655. The 655 is basically a 955 without the sideband. So, with all your basic stuff that you would need in a mobile, it's switches and dials right there on the face of the radio. The only you can get as detailed as you want if you hook it up to your computer. You know, like setting on a Roger beep, that kind of detail is what you need. That's computer driven. The rest of that stuff is right there on the face of the radio. There, right? Maybe I might come up with something and do, just FYI, everybody, I might be, putting this radio here now, this generally, might be putting it in the mobile, and then, I might be also, putting the, Shotgun Class 5, which is in the mobile right now, I might be putting back on the base station there. Yeah, 97, you know who a hard drive is? Hey, you know who hard drive is? It's kind of ringing a bell. Fine-tuned CP shop? Yeah, I do. That really sounds familiar. I think, I've seen there's, YouTube videos there on, YouTube. Yes, sir. That's the man. Well, he recommends for a EM radio, like a 655. That's his recommendation. Sideband, 955. And that 655 replaced General Lee in his estimation. I just say about saying that generally they're up with that 203 that I have there, and that Army really 203 there in the mobile. That's right. But either one of those radios, depending on whether you need sideband or not, I think you would find them really compatible because they all got the prime meter on there where you see that stuff, y'all. All that information you need to know your power level and all that. Right here on the face of the radio, they're pretty good meters. Well, the reason why, biggest reason is, well, the thing, menu driven, I mean, you got most of the stuff, you know, on buttons and switches and stuff like that, and dials and all on the Class 5. But another thing is, too, is, like, I'm a group member of this, called the Worldwide Sidebanders there on a certain frequency there, and they are on 27370, and I've talked to a lot of members too in the mobile, but be a lot better, I think, honestly, at the base station there. And this General Lee here, on the other hand, it would be a lot more suitable for me, a lot easier to operate, especially for me, going on down the road and all, and paired up with that RM203. That's all right. Well, I know both of those radios can go plus 10 kilohertz one way or the other. And 955 has got a little bit more movement because it's got sideband already there. So you can slide a little bit more with that one. But that's pretty much it. Hey, Roger on that. This generally, I don't know if you've seen the newer General Lees or not, but they don't have that 10 kilohertz or anything like that. And it's where the 10 kilohertz switch would be at and all is it's the dimmer switch that's in it. Yeah, that's right. All right, but I don't think you go wrong. You know, from what I know about the 655, now I never had the 955 because I don't really use sideband, but I can give you a recommendation on the 655. Yeah, right, man. Well, I do highly appreciate it. You really do highly appreciate it.
A 987. You remember whenever we had that little remote base station set up underneath the shed back out there in the back, you know, and me and Crazy Man went into mobile and you stayed there and talked to us?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, that radio that I had there was that GE mobile with, let's see, it was a Superstar power mic on it, I think. I don't remember. And it was a, let's see, Lafayette PS50 power supply. And then you remember the Palomar amplifier that was using?
Yes, sir, I do remember.
Well, that's what I'm using now, but of course I'm only using the receive part. Because it's not legal to use an amplifier, you know, and I want to be legal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let's get the receive. And, you know, and if they ever catch me, I said, hey, I got all those other switches don't work. I made sure of that. I just have that one switch. It's all, well, two, off and on, and then, you know, receive off and on preamp. But anyway, no, it's, I just thought about I'd get it out tonight and mess with it. I got a couple of other ones I got to get out and try them out. So I figured I'd do that off and on.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, referring to about the email there, by any chance was you able to get a hold of that guy and all? Ready to tie around the bell? Oh, we're still working this back for radio reading the mail.
Yeah, hello there, Stormy. And I'm gonna be standing by.
That's okay. Who you talking to? I don't hear you. I thought everybody was talking. I can only hear one guy that comes in. I thought you was done.
Oh, that's all right. He'll be back in there. Go ahead and holler at us.
Well, I'm going to look like talking to you, so I'm just sitting in the storage room, man. I had to walk out here and turn this thing on. I heard you talking. I want to sit back and read the mail for a minute.
Roger, Roger. What kind of radio are you talking on tonight?
Oh, Galaxy 4018. Yeah, one of the guys at 4018. Ain't nothing to it. Just so I stuck together and sit back in the storage room and read the mail, man.
10-4. Well, you got Lemonator out there. I think he might still be out there, and a Crazy Man out there, and 15-4 out there, 987. All right, there. Have a good one. It's 21. Standing by. Sounding good.
Radio, oh, you don't hear me? Yeah, I hear you. didn't hear me there for a minute. Damn. You got me looking at my pages over here.
No, I was just like following up with 21. I was following up with 21 there. That's definitely right.
Yeah, 42, right? I think you did on night out there on this radio. I think it was channel 11 there. Was I get your attention? Couldn't get your attention. You must have been on your beans.
I ain't got no beans, though, brother. I ain't got nothing on here but a piece of junk, man. I got a little something I stick together just to read the mail. Come on.
I had a piece of junk like that. I'll be saving that gospel.
No, brother, I can just talk around the corner here. I can talk to you and a few other guys out here. I can't do no skip talking out here.
Yeah, go ahead and tell them now this about that. You can talk now. You and that was on 15-4.
Yeah, 10-4 there, man. It'd be too hot to come out here and do anything in the daytime, so I sit around with you like that time, and I walk out here for a minute. I come to throw something in the trash can. I said, let me go up there and just go ahead and see what's going on just about out there, right?
You got that right. Thought I'd jump in and say hello to you. Okay, I got 40 years, I'd come up, I'll tell you.
All right, Mr. Warren, I appreciate it, man. Like, right back to you, man. Don't get 10 cents a day. I'm going to say it one more time, just like you said. Happy 4th to you and yours, all right?
Yeah, damn boy, you hope you have the safe one. Be sure you right that rascal. Hope that little juice be long enough where you can put it from behind you and pull it out there. You get that wing and that rascal goes off, you'll be saying bad words.
I guess I'll have to put me up a down pole, man. I think I'm going to put me up a down pole there. Put one on the vertical side there, right?
I know you right there.
Crazy man loves them dipole.
I hate them damn dipoles. That one I got from my Cobra that time. Now if I got it hooked up in the air there, that's all I was done. I like to hit it and scared the fool out of me. That's what got it in there, but it was up my radio, then I'd be grew up into somebody else and be in trouble.
I hear you out there. Well, I used to run the inverted V when I was in Georgia. I had the inverted V. I tried one out and put the inverted V on that shoot. I was talking with Georgia. I'm up in there alone at that place. With no fire, so they good. They conspicuous to put up, man. So I just try to see how the best thing to read out there, right?
Yeah, 410, I hear you. Yeah, I'm not talking over off there old gouger radio. It's so doggone low, you can pick it up from one thing. Yeah, right. Go ahead and lie there. Okay, I am lying there. You guys, I have my hand telling you to push this left around right now anyway. I can't pick it up.
Yeah, beautiful.
I get out there and talk to us something. I get on channel 6 too. Everybody say, you can't get on channel 6 unless you watch me.
Oh yeah, you can get out there on 6. You can get on any channel you want to get on that place. The Mother Nature Honey conditions, you can talk anywhere you want to talk to, right?
You gotta remember that anybody can talk to that great squirrel like that. You can talk any way you want to as long as they can hear you. Somebody don't key up on you though. He keyed on you, Mr. Wood. That's his problem there.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, man.
Oh, we got him there. Hey, cool in there.
I just try to adjust the thing. I don't try to put too much in there. I try to keep it on. Barely just keeping it there, right?
I know you're right. I got all them daggone buttons up and I'm not scared to touch them. I might lock the damn thing down and can't get to talk to no more.
Yeah, tearful. Tearful, man. Ain't no shame in it, man. But if you keep on doing what you're doing, because you're sounding good, they always do, man. Mr. 116, right?
You got that right. No reason for falling 2 ducks out.
I don't want to break no glass that when they bounce up and down.
No, you're right. That storm you take care of. Have a good one there. The 15-4 out there, somewhere out there. I'm trying to get him to go fishing with me. He wouldn't go.
You got to go fish at 5 o'clock in the morning. Leave the bank by 8 o'clock, because by 8:30 it's too hot to be sitting out there.
You got that right, though. One thing that gets you, that's heat and that daggone mosquitoes.
Yeah, tearful. Tearful. I don't want them peppers can't hear me, man. I see I'm just a duck out here.
I'll get that here sitting back reading the mail, all right? No, you're right. Son, you take care. Have a good one. Nice talking to you. All right, 15. 116, I'll see you. Bye, bye, bye. Oh, bye, bye, bye. What's going on, crazy man? Oh, that was that 45, that was that 45. Yeah, but I overslept, man. I just got out of here about 10 minutes ago, but listen to y'all right shooting out. Come on. Man, we got the whole fucking, got a few of us out here. Some of them jumped in to say that what they had to, they're talking on after that. They went back in the house and stay cool. They said they've been out here all day. Yeah, careful. Yeah, I'm talking on the same old mess I was talking on last week, man. I ain't had time to change anything, man. And working out here in this molten lava there. Go ahead. Oh, no, you're right there for working in that heat and all that aggravating people. Yeah, canned food. Anyway, yeah, I forgot all about it being Saturday, man. Man, just getting old, and I tell you what, it's so doggone hot, man. I'm so exhausted when I get home. Shoot, I don't even know. Once I fall asleep, I just have to rely on when I wake up there, Roger. Got that right. I'm trying to take it in after day. Mobile home got it too hot in that morning sun over here. That tree's like 21 and a half over here. I think that's that cooler. Yeah, careful. Yeah, man, that shit. But yeah, we did good. It was a good day. It is kind of hot, man. It's hard to keep the duck bucket shack all cooled off. I'll admit that to you. That guarantee told you it's hard to keep it cool in here. Come on. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, they wasn't so bad. Wasn't all that hot. The rest since Monday back to yesterday, boy, it was hot. Yeah, I hope it starts to give us a break, but I think she's just getting started now. We got to look forward to all these hurricanes we got coming up, man. I tell you what, shoot. Especially when you live in a mobile home, that's when you be getting it. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm glad I don't live in one, but you just be careful, man, if it happens, my friend, you know. You've been through it before. Oh, yeah. You go and all that, like in my father. Thank goodness I was living in a mobile home. There's a lot of not be over there in the Dale Valley and all talking, all homes through there. Where's that? Yeah, you know what I was thinking about earlier that I ain't heard in forever? I don't even know if you remember me. He called himself 118. I can't remember what his other name was. His name was James out there years ago. Now I'm talking 25 years ago now. I ain't heard him in a long while. I did see him a while back, but man, I'm trying to get the other side of his handle in my head and I just can't get it. He called himself 118. Yeah, I heard that 118 out there, boy. 118 and 116.
Well, he had to break.
Yeah, he's been involved in 20. I ain't heard him on the radio in 22 years, man. But no, he wasn't there 21.
Okay, there was a guy out there that had a number, something like that. I hadn't seen or heard from him for probably 10 years until he was out there.
CQ. This is 150.
I gotta go get something to clear my tongue. It's getting dry. Hey, 45, where you at, man? I'm over here in Gus Creek at the, right by the weapons station there at North Red and Red Bank Road there, Roger. Yeah, careful. That's where you sounded good. That sounded real good. I don't know that shit. I just want to know where you was at, man, because you sounded real good over here on this 48. Hey, kid, on that storm out. Hey, man, where's your 20 at? Where are you? Over here, rolling over here behind St. Rita School there.
we're hand in hand and Goose Creek meet together there by the weapons station there. But, yeah, man. Anyway, yeah, good to hear you out there, Storm.
Yeah, for that, man. Well, you sounded good. I know exactly what you had there, but.
Well, normally everybody sounds good in my radio, man. I'll have to. I used to do these gates, man, years and years ago, and I could probably get something set back up. I wouldn't want to do it all the time, on a regular basis, like Dirty Diaper, but I could try it, and that way everybody could see. I got a little bit of height on the antenna, so and some of you other folks out there do too. So, but you know what I mean. I got a pretty good copy on just about everybody that comes on in here there, Roger.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, most of I hear everybody too lives down the flat. I know you hear the flat side there, right?
Yeah, I don't play flat any at all these days, man. I got so much going on over here, man. I've debated on putting a beam up there or something like that to play around again, but probably not. I haven't toyed in that area in 10 or 15 years, man. I just get on my vertical and let it rip, bro. I got too many antennas over here taking up space.
Yeah, beautiful that. Beautiful that big 45. I like that big boy. I ain't gonna hold it down too long. Just want to take it easy time if I can read the mail. She was just walked out like I tell the 116 there. I thought I'd turn it on to what's going on around the band there. She was everybody talking to her.
Yeah, Ken. Oh, yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for bumping it on down, man. Good to hear from you again. But yeah, man, this jump flicker, man, I got a 250-foot long wire that I got to deal with over here. A set of 2-meter, 4 of them Miyagis. Looks like a 2 of them a 6-meter beam, 220 antenna, and that's about all I got up in the air right now. I got a couple of more verticals laying over there on the side of the shack on the other side, man. I need to go up, but I'm getting ready to get me another wire going. Got me a 1-to-1 balance. I'm getting ready to throw up another wire. I'm gonna put it up about 80 foot, and so I can throw it on down on 80 meters, man. But anyway, Storm, how to do it? My friend sounding good at 45 up in this creek, sitting on bag.
Mr. 45. Well, you got a plethora of equipment to put up over there to play with. I appreciate you taking time on, man. I'm going to ease this thing back and I'm going to put it on the rack. So, yeah, that's the 45, 21, 116. Oh, you big brother have a fire. You know, I'm pulling this thing back to a good self. You know who it is. Old Storm, you know, broke down 40 years back quiet.
See you later.
See you later there, Gator. Bye.
Just put it on you later, Storm. 15-4 in that sand. We'll put it on you later. I'm clearing out.
Beautiful that photo, sir. No pain. Appreciate the wave, man. You have a blessed evening. I'll put it on you to the weekend. Me and this station, 10-7 ago.
$45. Can you holler at that 987?
Was you talking to me, 21?
Yes, sir. 45. Could you holler at that a 987?
Sure can. How about that 987? I was listening to him earlier out here. What's going on over there on that island break?
But still want to run around today and so on. We don't like it all, man. We don't want it. Everything going on. I'm here and you're probably doing good.
Yeah, big brother, we're doing all right, but we're all baked. All of us are baked, man. Just all I can say. But yeah, we're doing good, man. Everything's going along real well. I'm waiting on my order. I ordered me a DX 1200. It's gonna be coming in here. I don't know when, maybe tomorrow, or probably Monday. Yeah, I gotta get the rebate all sent out, man. So I got me a new radio coming in. Tell you what, man, it was rough. I didn't want to drop that money for that radio, but man, my other rig is 22 years old now, and doggone, man, I don't know where the years went to, my friend. It's just flew by.
Yeah, You're still working and all, man. Why not talk on it and all? I mean, shoot. I don't think it's over here unless I actually ask you.
Yeah. Well, it works fine. I mean, it's working good, but it lacks a lot of filtering. It doesn't have 6 meters. You know, it lacks a spectrum analyzer, type display to be able to tell what's going on the band. Like I said, all the filtering, it's just everything of the new technology. So it's time for me to upgrade. Not only that, I got a 30-inch monitor over here. I'll be able to put that spectrum display up there in that monitor, that waterfall up there in that monitor, man, with the frequency display. It's just gonna be fat, man. No doubt about it.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you all forgetting it. I got money 45 bags. Shoot, I can keep buy anything.
Right. Hey, crazy man. It's been 22 years since I bought a replacement rig, bro.
I ain't picking at you. I have to say it.
Yeah, I didn't want to come off of it, man, but the technology, is changing. It's leaving me in the... I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with the E-suit, okay, that I'm running, but, like I said, the technology difference is, it's not even comparable.
Oh, you're right.
You're going to make my Yezu mad.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear that. Yeah, shoot. I could have found a lot of other things to spend the money on, you know how it is. There's a bunch of stuff I want. But hey, the good old rotation, maybe next time,
I got to get you to help me with mine sometime, my 101E. Do a couple of things with it.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll do what I can there. I mean, I am a Yaesu guy. I mean, I like the Yaesu. I mean, I got an ICOM 701, but, it's almost a boat anchor, the duck flicker. It's going off frequency on me, and, 21, you know how it is. We work, we're not retired, so I don't have enough time to sit here and try to figure that out, and I don't claim to be radio guru or whatever, what have you, but I definitely would give it a shot, man. Probably can help you out there, no doubt about it, and certainly willing to.
Roger. Yeah, I got to get it going again there. It's but anyway, it works and all. I just got to take that board out. I got the other board with the AM filter on it. I already got all the crystals and everything for in it. I just need to pull that board out and put that other one in there. And then when you're done with that, we'll jump on this 1011D over here.
I'm not familiar with either one of those. I'd have to look it up. But anyway, sure thing, man. Whatever. Play around, man. Let me know. We'll get up and play with them.
Roger, I'm just messing with you. All right. Well, we'll do it.
Hey, top evening to you there, 15-4.
Yeah, right. We just want to bump it down so you get in into your sound and get making no shots, like always.
Yeah, 10 Roger, right on. Yeah, I was putting some airtime, man, on this noise toy / VFO swirler, man, I got over here. And but yeah, man, top evening to you too, man. No doubt about that. And I know it's a hot evening, and goodness gracious alive, man, it's still smoking outside, I'm about to give me a shout here shortly, and I got to go to Walmart and get some stuff and come back in here and get settled in, man. I need a couple of cold Coors Lights tonight. Come on.
Yeah, right. Well, that move back there, cool you right on off. Ain't no doubt about it. Yeah, they always going so much on here every time you get out, man. That can make you got a unique sound. Sounds pretty good out here. There's no doubt about it. All right, 45. Put it on you later. There you go.
Yeah, 10 Roger. Yeah, man, appreciate it. Appreciate the shout, man. Yeah, it's okay. It does pretty yeah, it's hi-fi junk, but anyway, yeah, it does its thing. It's got all kind of ones. I don't even use that stuff, man. But I found this one and I said, man, that one's pretty cool. So I left it on that. But the only problem is when I'm on this setting, for to do that, I can't get my natural room effect, the room effect that I normally run on it. I have to change over to like this type of reverb in order to operate. But it's okay, man. It's still loud and proud. It does enough. It can get me out there. They can hear me.
You got that right. That sounds pretty good. The reverb and stuff that you got plugged in right now sounds pretty good, no doubt about it. Just a little different than what we used to hear, but sounding good, no doubt. 45. We put it on you later. I'm ready to go.
Hey, 10-4, 15-4. Yeah, no, it is different. And I know what you're talking about there, but I personally, I like the natural effect better. But, you know, anyway, I just get bored with the same old junk. Sometimes I just unhook all of it and just put my Cobra in here, you know, and just slap a doggone D104 or something on there. I've done that on here in the radio show before when I'm prepared, you know, that or I even think about that I got it's Saturday or whatever, but certainly didn't have time to change radios tonight. It's kind of late, man. I woke up again to the doggone old radio night on my telephone, man.
That's that right. But it's doing you loud and proud in my ears, ain't no doubt about it. All right, 45. Put it on your later. I'm clear to go.
10-4, man. Yeah, you just keep on stroking with that big mole you got over there, 15-4. that thing you got over there is bodacious, man. I tell you what, fills up my doggone receiver with zero problem whatsoever there. But anyway, okay, man, take it easy there, 15-4, 45 in the creek, sitting on deck.
That's what I got to hear.
Okay, well, I'll bring that. That's next week, man. I'll bring in that. That's what I'm going to have next week, my big old relay chop coming in there, Roger.
10-4.
Hey, what you do one of them relays from that 21?
That's two of them cut in.
Okay, I want one of them.
Yeah, go ahead.
About that email and all, did you ever end up calling that guy?
Not yet. I hadn't had time, man. I've been a bit too busy. But I'm going to pretty soon.
Yeah, just wondering.
Have y'all ever looked on the YouTube for Mr. X CB Shop? You ought to check him out. He's in San Diego, California. That guy, I mean, it's Mexican stuff, but he works on everybody's stuff. But they got some noise toys like that. If you ever turn them loose on somebody around here, they'd probably hunt you down and kill you. I mean, it's the good, the bad, the ugly whistle, and all kind of Mexican talk going on, and la cucaracha and all that. Man, it's crazy. But he builds some radios that's, I mean, outrageous beautiful down there.
Yeah, I've seen them on YouTube, and yeah, it's something to look at. They got about 1 million likes on them radios.
Yeah. And they'll talk, and they'll go all over the place, and then and the unkey go, you know, and a crazy man would be already shut his radio off, you know. He's got this new one on there. It's a red, I think it's a 98 VHP Galaxy or a 94, I don't know. It's red with a red noise toy box on it. A red LED fan on the bottom. It's nice looking. You know, it's got those red jeweled knobs. I don't think they're backlit. I don't know, but it's blinged out now. The 98.
Yes, sir.
You know, like those Indians, you know, over in India, they got those buses over there. They got crap all over them, lights, and they got stuff hanging off of them, man. I mean, they decorate. They got that statue they riding around with a thing with the purple tongue hanging out of his mouth. And I mean, you know, I guess it's, you know, just a cultural thing, but I like it myself. I mean, I don't want anything with a purple tongue hanging out, but I have those red knobs, extension knobs on my radio. It's easier for me to turn and everything. It just goes with the radio. So, but that all that noise toy thing, it'd be nice, but people would hate me. Oh yeah, yeah. Now don't get me wrong. I got some stuff over here that I can hook up with all kind of different sounds on it. Dogs barking, cows, horses, you name it, chickens, roosters, all kind of stuff. But I hadn't messed with that in a while. It takes a little bit to hook it up, so, but it cuts the modulation down. That's like that VC300. That thing cuts your modulation down. Just got to go through that and then come back out. It's not a radio. It's not something you want to get out there and do any long distance communication like on, say, on channel 11 when you got 100 people keying down. You trying to cut through all of it. You know, you don't want to get in there and have all that crap going on. They wouldn't even know you were on there.
You got that right. You said it right the first time, 21. People that hate you.
Oh yeah.
That's why I like this one here, because it doesn't cut your modulation back, but it was a pretty price tag.
10-4. No, that one there, it really helps you out right there.
Yeah, it's like I say, you know, quality makes a difference. You know, the difference between a little plastic noise toy and a studio quality equipment definitely makes a difference, and allows to crank it on up there. You know, it won't restrict it either.
10-4.
That's what I like about that tone swirl that I was playing earlier. That's what it's called, percussion swirl. That joker right there, man, I listened to it a few weeks ago on your gate, and I tell you what, it's penetrating, man. It's just all the high frequency tones and all just come right on through with it, man. It's pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
Sound like I'm about to take off in outer space. Like I done did something with the Tweety Bird. I don't know what, but something, right?
Yeah.
Now looking out there, man, and the thing's got voice tone generation capability on this one, and occasionally in DX I'll get out there and when I'm bored and let me not say, I won't say agitate, but I come in with all kinds of different handles and different people, you know.
10-4. Go ahead. Oh, 733. Hey, Dirty Diaper 21 in South Carolina. I'm going to get on the side and let them big boys get in there. Have a good one.
I ain't Mercy, South Carolina. You're blowing smoke in here at the swamp tonight. You have a good one, you and yours. 733.
Roger, Roger. Got you live on YouTube, so check it out. Dirty Diaper 21. I'm gone. Get him, 45. I know you can get him.
Yeah, I can't hear him just barely. I mean, he's just like, sound like a spider there.
You sound like good people. You have a good one. This old boy down here in the swamp.
you down there. But, yeah, he's coming in and out. No doubt about it. You got 45 grand here on the coast in the Carolinas with the wave, my friend.
Did you hear what he said, 45?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, he come in there and he said he loved the way you sound, and he said he loved you too. That's what he said. I don't know.
Well, at least somebody does. I got a lot of lovers out there around Louisiana, man. That ain't no joke. I'm being serious, man. I got a lot of lovers out in Louisiana, so one more won't hurt, no doubt about it. I think he said 733. You're 45 on this coast with the wave.
He was singing that song by Sylvester from the 80s. You remember?
No, all I remember from the 80s is Shaka Khan.
You don't remember Sylvester?
Yeah, I sure don't. Not unless he's related to Sheena Easton, right?
Said, you make me feel mighty real. Check it out. You'll like it.
What are you doing, Dirty Diaper?
Messing with 45.
Oh, all right. Good evening to you.
Is that Gray Squirrel?
Yes, it is.
Hey, man. Hey, Crazy Man was talking about you a while ago there. He's sounding good there. You still up in, where you at?
I'm up here in Albany, New York.
Okay, you sounded so good, I thought you might be in Myrtle Beach. All right, man. Well, I got you on this video, Gate, still rolling. All right, hey, let us know when you come to Myrtle Beach now. All right, Gray Squirrel, 21, back out.
I'm leaving July 28th. I'm leaving July 28th. I'm leaving in North Myrtle Beach.
Roger, that's my birthday, July the 28th. All right, I can remember that.
And I have my SUV. I got Galaxy Pluto in my wife's SUV. That's one.
Roger, Roger. All right, man, let me stand by and them other fellas holler at you. Gray Squirrel, always a pleasure. Tell our friend 3 9s in a row I said hello too. 21, back out.
I'm standing by.
410.
Squirrel, hello there, Gray Squirrel. 116, Crazy Man in Carolina, we break it. Yeah, 410 is Gray Squirrel, you take care. I hope you have a good 4th of July coming up, good to you. Hope you have a safe one out there. They call me 116, the Crazy Man in Carolina, we back out. Time he coming in cutting out and flip.
10-4. First, I thought it was Maniac on James Island, then I recognized his voice there.
That's what I thought it was.
Gray Squirrel, you still in there? Now you done going around the corner now.
Yeah, I used to talk to Maniac's dad for many years on the dark side, man. And then, of course, I talk to Maniac sometimes. I haven't been on there in a while, but, he's got a repeater and all, but, can't hold.
Roger. Well, how's the Magic Band?
I know, I haven't played on it lately. I'm about to play on it as soon as my new Jason gets here. It'll definitely extend my capability. I have an amplifier as well for the Magic Band, my friend, so it's about to get real interesting.
10-4.
And I got a a 2-element beam there. So I'm ready to go.
410.
Yeah, I'll be going to bed. I just say good night to all y'all. Good to see Bills tonight, though. I had a good time. Y'all take care. Catch you till the next time. They call me 116. Crazy man. We're going 10-7.
All right, crazy man. Enjoyed it, man. We'll catch you tomorrow.
410.
Good night. Good night, crazy. My brother from another mother. See you later, my friend.
Well, never can tell. My man. Never can tell this will. How's that 45 catch you later? That 15-4 catch you later too. And that thing over there on that side of John's Dog. Catch y'all later. Yes, right on out, crazy 116. We put it on you on the bump around, no doubt. It's a good day tomorrow. And we can do it again whenever we can. Crazy 18 pros. There you go. So I call it early tonight because my pains in my guts down there. Give me a pill. I got to get to that bed.
All right, crazy man, we'll catch you later. Your eliminator said that.
Damn. Fella, I thought you already went to bed. You're so quiet over there. How's that Mr. T catch you later? You and your better half to have a fun great one. They call me 116 with the pain in front of my stomach. What else for you there? I got to get to that bed.
No, we ain't going nowhere. We're just sitting over here reading the mail. Listening to the channel. Learning something.
You don't learn on this channel. You never learn it. All right, catch you later now, too, though.
Bye.
Bye.
Crazy man. I think number 3 in the circle just said hello to you and goodbye.
I thought it might have been him there. Hello there, Vanderbilt.
Hello there, crazy man. They call it number 3, the roundabout. On the dead rat face, the dead rat face. The roundabout number 3, easy face.
Yeah, time for I'm having pains in my guts there. When the doctor did all that cut, and it hit me with a golf club there. Catch you later, my friends, and get together one day and we go out and have lunch or something like that. They call me 116, that's what I got to get that best.
Tenfold prayers for you there, crazy. What's going on there, roundabout? 45 up here in the creek.
Yeah, 10-4-45, just been hanging around the house all day, kind of cleaning up the house. Watching some movies and watching some videos on the YouTube. How you doing?
And so, did he hear your voice, man? I said, I ain't heard you much lately, but man, he used to talk to me all the time, man. I don't even remember when it was. Some time ago, years ago. I don't know, 80s, 90s. I can't remember, but good to hear you out there, man. Hope you're doing good. Hope to hear you again, man. No doubt. Just wanted to bust the way you down with you one time there. I ain't roundabout 45 that quiet.
Roundabout, are you on the PDL2s or on the IMAX?
This is the IMAX.
Okay.
Well, we don't say good night to the man. We want to call it a day, put this thing back in the rack. Put it on you later. You know who it is. I'm burning out.
All right, 15-4. I'm going to get ready to about do the same thing, but just get this video set up there, and I'll be on here. Have a good one, man. Really enjoyed it. Always sounding good. 15-4, 21. Back out.
Yep, see you later now. 15-4, 45, say bye.
45, hey. Good to hear you in there. Your eliminator over here in the corner said that. We're down.
Hey, Eliminator. Yeah, we got a good copy on you in the creek, man. You sounded pretty good, man. But yeah, we waving right back, no doubt about it.
Oh,
Yeah, nice talking with you there. Look forward to talking with you some more there, Eliminator. No doubt. I don't know how much time I've ever logged or if I've ever talked to you, but take it easy, man. We'll do it again in the future. Everybody else that's out there, have a good one. 45 is also gone. I'm gone. Bye.
See you later, 45. Palmetto, Mr. Palmetto Man. That's at 45. Hey, South Carolina. Hey, 21, back out.
See you later. Yeah, Palmetto Man. Okay. Wow. It's the painting day. They're going to be painting tomorrow. I sure would like to see that.
Oh, is that the day they're supposed to do it?
Yeah, they're supposed to paint tomorrow.
Why didn't he do some today?
I think they were waiting for the president's wife to get back with the paint. That's what I was told. She was getting the paint because she could get it at cost.
Oh, crap. Okay.
I told that old, that pretty little short blonde-haired girl, I said, like on Wednesday, well, I said, well, why don't y'all do it tomorrow? And, she said, oh, well, we have to wait on this, and we have to wait on that, and blah, blah, blah. Well, all y'all do is just walk around all day.
Yeah.
If y'all get started, and if you need a little tool or a little assistance or something, help them a little bit. I mean, not much, but what they needed, some cloth or something. Oh no, we've got to wait till Sunday. I can get into it. Just get back and sit there and watch them work.
10-4. Go ahead, Whistler. I'm going to cut this video gate off here and I'll be listening there for a minute.
We heard that. Yeah, I switched radios back. You can probably tell. Back on the old Galaxy. Got this Delta on too that programmers have me. Oh, okay, works pretty good.
Sounding good. You'll hear it at the very end. You'll hear it at the very end.
Okay.
Hello, audio man. What's your 20 out there, audio break? Oh, he gone. I got to switch over to my other radio too. I'll be back out.